Hi, everybody. Dr. Nan and Jill back for Breath Boot Camp Part 2. So this part of the Breath Boot Camp is designed to help us learn how to use in yoga what they call the energy locks. And what I used to do for many years to manage my own, shall we say, reactive nervous system is study yoga. So I spent about 20 years studying yoga so that I could really work with my own anxiety and teach these things to other people. So this energy lock stuff is very, very cool. So in the first boot camp, I showed you how to extend your exhalation just a little bit longer than your inhale to engage the calming portion of the nervous system. And in this segment, I'm going to teach you how to use the energy locks from yoga. And there are 3 of them that we put in combination with the breath. So the first energy lock is the floor of the pelvis. Some people might have heard this as a Kegel, but instead of like squeezing and taking the floor of the pelvis and kind of pumping it like you would with a Kegel, what you're going to do is you're going to pull up on the floor of the pelvis in a similar action to when you stop the flow of urine. So the floor of the pelvis is the muscles between the anus and the genitals, the perineum. And if you just can kind of practice feeling, kind of pulling gently up on that floor of the pelvis, it might take a little practice to just kind of notice those muscles, but that's a really good practice for us to be able to harness the energy that they teach you in yoga. The second energy lock is simply moving your belly button back to the spine. So it's engaging the core muscles there. So people can usually feel that pretty easily, just gently moving that belly button back to spine. And the third energy lock is simply dropping the chin down to chest, okay? So just to reiterate, the floor of the pelvis, we're going to gently pull up on that and hold when I talk you through this. So it's that action, not harshly contracting, not sort of squeezing on and off, but just gently pulling up on the floor of the pelvis. Then, as I talk you through it, after you hold that at the floor of the pelvis, the belly button is going to move into the spine and then the chin down to chest. Don't worry about getting this right. Just kind of feel from the inside of your body what it feels like to focus on the instructions. And I'm going to make future videos on how to work with this, or how to play with it, as I like to say. This practice is so effective in grounding our energy. And if you want to do this with taking your fingers like this, that's a mudra from yoga. You can actually take your fingers like this and just kind of put it down on your lap. If you want, that can help ground your energy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to practice the basic breath, which is inhaling and then a longer, smooth exhalation. So if you can do that through your nostrils, that's great. So a long, smooth inhale, and then a longer, smooth exhalation. So inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you're extending the exhalation just a little bit longer than the inhale, and you're going to start to, after a couple of days of this practice, really feel the difference. Really, really, it makes a huge difference. I should know. So now we're going to put the bells and whistles of the energy locks. So I'll talk you through it. Let me just go through it once before we try it. We're going to take a long, smooth inhalation in. And at the very beginning of the exhalation, as we're exhaling, we're going to pull up on the floor of the pelvis and hold. The belly button then is going to go back to that spine and the chin down to chest. And by the time we get to that point, the exhalation should be complete. So the bandhas get started at the very top of the exhalation, just when you start it. And then you do the floor of the pelvis up and hold, belly button back to spine and hold, and chin down to chest and release. So let's give it a whirl. Okay, everybody? So long, smooth inhale. And then exhale the floor of the pelvis up and hold the belly button back to spine and hold, chin down to chest and hold. And then just let it all go. Okay? If you have any questions, I'm going to talk you through this more, but feel free to send me comments, what you want more of or what you need some more explanation of. So again, let's try those bandhas, or their energy locks as they're called. Long, smooth inhale. Then as you start the exhalation, floor of the pelvis up and hold, belly button back to spine and hold, chin down to chest. And then let it all go and let the gentle pull of gravity draw away from you whatever is going to release. Okay? So we're going to do it again. Long, smooth inhale. And then as you begin the exhalation, floor of the pelvis up and hold, belly button back to spine and hold, chin down to chest, and then release it all. Okay? And just take a moment to tune into sensations from your body. You might feel the sensations of being held where you're sitting by the couch or the chair or the floor. You might feel, if you have your hands resting on your legs, the contact there. And just notice for a second, just whatever's on your mind, full permission for it to be. Whatever's in your body, full permission for it to be. And whatever your emotional weather is, simply pay attention, notice, let it be. So one more time with the energy locks, we'll just practice it one more time. Long, smooth inhale. And then exhaling the floor of the pelvis up and hold, belly button back to spine and hold, chin down to chest, and then let it go. And just rest for a moment, breathing just naturally. And then one more time. Long, smooth inhale. And then exhaling, floor of the pelvis up and hold, belly button back to spine and hold, chin down to chest. And then let go of the energy locks and just let the breath return to normal. So this was part 2 of Breath Boot Camp. This was the energy locks. I have more instruction in my book about this. Please feel free to send me any questions that you have, and watch for some more videos that I'll be posting. One will be on self-relaxation, how to put yourself into a relaxed, resourceful, resilient state. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.